All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tonight on the show, we learn that Ruffino is bad wine. Did I say Ruffino right, Smash?
I like Ruffino. It's the Prosecco that's
Ruffino Prosecco is bad wine. Other than that, there's news. Y'all ready? Let's do this. It's Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, episode 399, 400 minus 1 for October 19th, 2017. What? Up your butt. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, the show that brings to you the greatest and strange but true news. We bring it to you like it was a nasty wine. We just pour it down your gullet, and you accept it because you love us, and you're not rude. So you're just like, this is delicious. I don't even know what you said. Oh, whatever. And we just pour all that wine right into your ear holes. And here we are. Hi, how are you? I'm Steven, and this is my best friend. Slash co-host slash wonderful human being who constantly looks confused. Smashly.
This used to have a light in it, but now it's like dead and shit.
Oh yes, that's a common condition. I've heard of that. It's written on many people's tombstones. Dead and
she's dead and shit.
That actually is what I want. Can you do that for me? Like, if for whatever reason this cold that I have just takes me out of commission, you can just make sure that that's what it says. Stephen Adams lived a good life. Now he's dead. You know, and I don't swear, which would make it even funnier.
Oh, by the way, hello to Wally and Lauren that are watching. Ah.
Hello, internet people.
We went and had birthday parties with Wally because Wally's birthday party was the day that you had to come over and move stuff for me because I broke my back.
Why wasn't I there? Why wasn't I there, Wally?
Oh, well, because you have a child.
I'm silently judging you. You can't not invite me because I have a child. You have to not invite me. You know what? I don't want to come to your birthday. How about that? How about them apples? I don't want to go.
Oh, wait. I can lean back. So, do you want to be, like, set on fire? Do you want to be, like, buried with a tree? Do you want to be stuck with formaldehyde and pollute the environment for, like, the next 50 years? How would you like to be buried?
I've done a lot of thinking on this. Probably most of the want in my high school years when life was somber and sad. I really? No, I was the happiest kid you've ever met.
Except for that 1 year.
There was 1 year when I was on Accutane for acne, and I just kind of sat in my room and computered all day. But now I have a career, so maybe that wasn't bad either.
On that.
What? People did kill themselves. Yeah. That is a true statement. I was not one of them. It's good to know. I know you were confused. But
well, I'm glad that you kill yourself because this wouldn't be happening.
This show would be a real bummer if you were just doing it alone with a corpse.
That actually might be like a niche thing. Like me and Bella Swan could be. This gets better the more you drink it.
Are you just gonna? Well, that's alcohol. That's kind of every one of them. You drink them and then you just can't taste anymore. You're just like, oh, beer.
So Crun wants to be compressed. Steven wants to be.
I haven't told you yet.
I know, that's why I dramatically paused. Steven wants to be...
No. I want to be put into a small canoe, pushed into the water, and shot with fiery arrows.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be able to make that happen. I was just having this conversation yesterday with Jacob because he's a Viking, right? Like, he comes from Vikings. Yeah.
A line of Viking men.
So... yeah, we were talking about burials and crap, and I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna set your ass on fire, and I'm like, and I'm gonna have like you on a pyre, and then like the barbecue right beside you, because if you're gonna be eating pork barbecue, then why not eat people at the same time?
Do people smell funny when they cook?
People smell like food when they cook.
People smell funny when they're alive. I'd imagine they would smell funnier when they're on fire.
People smell like pork barbecue when they cook.
So that's a real thing. Like, have you been around a cooking person?
No.
Like from years ago when you were that weird in that weird cult. You
I wasn't in a cult. I just liked to wear white makeup.
Yeah, they all say that it's not a cult. I'm not in a cult. Gosh.
I could have left whenever I wanted to.
They just ostracize me and want to stab me in the eye when I leave. They just take some flesh, that's all. They cut off the left butt cheek and say, we're retaining this for our purposes.
But because of a butt cheek?
What, I would imagine if I had a cult, if I was a cult leader.
If I were a cult leader.
I would cut off a butt cheek.
Wait. You're a cult leader, but you're a Scottish cult leader, and you are trying to sell your cult to a middle-aged man who's having an existential crisis. Go.
Well, I told you. I can't do Scottish. Are you kidding me? I'll just be a Scottish descendant who's actually American. What do you want me to do? You can't make just a Scottish accent out of nowhere, and then you get offended by all the Scottish people. I can't do it.
You used to be a barbarian. Yeah, dwarf, see?
Just channel a dwarf. No, okay, so if I was going to sell my weird Scottish cult, I would say, look at this cult with all of its fine members. Would you like to purchase this cult? It's great. It's full of wonderful rituals, fire, dead chickens, blood all over an altar. We have it right here for you in a handy-dandy package. You just purchase it. I no longer have to deal with it. I am out of the question. Just sign right here in blood that it is yours. And date, please, and initial here, and here, and give me $50,000, and it's all yours. Enjoy your new cult. Go buy a silo in Oklahoma. You can live down under there.
That actually should have been the show intro.
This one cult for sale.
With the price. No, what was that commercial Stephanie and I watched? For the price of these 2 goats. And then we stopped paying attention because the hell.
Goats? What? You were watching a goat cult show?
Cult? It was this just commercial, and there's this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna channel the guy. Okay, so
channel the guy. Yeah, pull his soul right into your face.
Right?
Yeah,
so
gotcha.
I'm just sad. I'm just like, for the price of these 2 goats, you could feed an entire village in Wakanda for 6 months.
Wow.
I'll take these goats.
That's creepy. Was this an infomercial?
Yes! It was like, they wanted you to, like, all the shit in America knows the price of a goat.
I think that was probably, usually people are real keen on it when you say, for less than 10 cents a day, you can feed this family 1 billion apples. And then you're like, okay, but for the price of 2 goats. And
for the price of these 2 goats. And Stephanie and I were like, we are up too late.
Yeah, how many goats? And what's the average going rate? Let me look at the ag markets for today. Price of a goat.
Goat flesh is a little more popular in countries that aren't here.
This better be less than 2 goats. A weaned breeding buckling costs $350 with a deposit of $100 per head. Now, this is for goats for sale at prairiefruits.com.
Like,
if you're
like how does this show do what it does? I don't.
Prairie Fruits Farm and Creamery. We have goats. you can buy a goat.
I'm gonna pee my pants. I forgot to pee before the show. I don't. Prairie Fruits. This sounds like an anime, like a bad translation anime. Prairie Fruits.
Oh, he punched him right in the Prairie Fruits. He's down for the count.
Era says chickens are the quarters of the animal kingdoms. Goats are $1 and rams are 5. Yeah, and Crud has a point. First world goats might be a tad more expensive than like third world.
That's
goats.
True. The goats are valued differently in different areas of the world. Here, where we just use them to clean our yard, they're $350. But where people use them to survive, they're like, $15 for a goat. It's emaciated and it can barely walk, but it's a goat.
It's food. I would like to do a thing.
Okay, do your thing. What's your thing?
I saw. Well, I just mean like not.
Oh, okay. Just later in your time in life.
Yeah, like before death. So I saw a cookie recipe. Like it's not vegan.
Mm-hmm.
This It's not, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So, your recipe, but it had cricket flour in it.
Is that
like,
flour made like you ground up crickets?
Like Snowpiercer cricket flour.
Oh, I saw that movie. It was gross.
If you haven't seen Snowpiercer, please watch it. It's really good. And you'll be like, Ashley, high five.
It was an anime come to life. I actually liked it.
So good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
So, okay, so cricket flour.
Cricket, like you just get cricket meal, cricket flour, and like it's just a protein flour, right? It's like hemp seeds and people were flipping out over it. And I'm like, and so I was watching Wally and Jacob eat chicken wings tonight. And I looked over beside me and there's just this pile of bones.
Oh, yeah.
On Jacob's plate.
Yeah.
There's a pile, and I looked up and Wally's like ripping the meat off the bone. And I'm like, that's really freaking disgusting.
We are barbarians.
I mean, I could eat a ground up cricket.
We don't even know. It's only $10 for
So yeah. For Amazon freaking cricket powder?
Yeah, Amazon has everything. Like, who are you kidding?
Oh
cricket
my god.
Powder. Yeah.
How much is it?
Oh, hold on. What was that? That was $10. $10 for 0.22 pounds of cricket powder. So what is that?
What if I made cricket powder cookies?
Gross. I'm not going to eat them. Don't tell me about it.
Well, that's like when I make you raw brownies and I don't tell you what they are and you just eat them.
Yeah. It's full of dates and the souls of many children. What? 20% off delicious products from Mark's Pantry. Karl Marx is now selling communist-based foods.
Good. You guys, will you please make cricket flour cookies with me? Somebody else has to do it with me and we can compare notes.
Jamal JV will do it, but
actually ship Var the cookies. Like he's only 2 hours away from me. Like I could mail him cookies and they would be there the next day.
Yeah, he could eat them. We could be like, take a video of you eating them, and then we'll play it on the show.
Oh, that would be awesome. Anybody that wants me to make you cricket cookies, I mean,
he'll do it. He has a garage where he blows things up all day. This is right up his alley.
That's true. Okay. Yeah. Cricket cookie challenge is on. I am interested in cricket flour. It doesn't look like crickets, so I don't feel like it would bother me. Crickets are creepy. I don't like exoskeleton bugs with legs, which is all of them.
I don't like bugs with exoskeletons.
So
okay.
Okay, so Arrow and Var are up for the cricket challenge.
Okay. WC Mitchell says you're not allowed to tell me. I'm just gonna have to eat them. I would eat them. If you made them into cookies, I'll try it. I'll do it.
Yeah, I feel like Steven would try it.
A video with everybody. So we're going to compile a video of all of our friends eating these cricket cookies that Ashley makes. Now, here's the thing. I'm less afraid of the cricket flour as I am of Ashley cooking.
I knew that was coming.
So it's not, let's be clear, the cookies with cricket flour is not the issue here. It's Ashley's in the kitchen making them. With her hands.
So it's going to take, like, I'll order the cricket flour tonight. It'll take, like, I don't know, a day or two to get here because Amazon is awesome. Let's say it'll take me 2 days to make it because I'll sit it down and forget about it and then go, I don't know how to make shit in cookies. And then it'll take me, like, the cookies, burn the first batch, and then start another batch. So, like, maybe by episode 400, I'll have these babies meld out.
And then, in order to forgive you, I'll have Stephanie make the same cookies, and then we'll send you all the actual cookies that taste good, and not Ashley's version.
A much better idea than me making cookies. Like, okay, how about
this? Stephanie make
Stephanie gets back from her little girl's trip, I will hand her cricket flour and be like, make me stuff here. When she'll be like, okay.
She's recharged and she's like free from the shackles of me and Sam for like a weekend, and she gets back and you're immediately like, get to work.
Yeah, I know. I'd be like, so I feel like if I walked up to anybody that liked to cook, like, because Stephanie's one of those people. She likes to cook because she's a chemist, and so apparently all chemists like to cook. Yeah, no. Steve and I are like, you just put the shit in the stuff and you stir it together.
You follow these instructions exactly. If there isn't anything off, you're gonna have a problem. That's the way I view it. Stephanie views it as like, oh, look at these instructions. Meh. I'll make it better. Poop. It actually plays the Zelda music, which I don't have handy, which is unfortunate.
Oh, I have it on my phone. It's somewhere. It'll take me too long to look it up. Var, check your phone. I have been texted. Hey, there's a chocolate chip. There's a chocolate chip cookie. Okay, so here's the next question, and then we'll go on to a factoid. Did we do the factoid already?
Did we?
I don't think so.
I don't think we did.
I think we made it to the intro.
Do you know how this show works? I've forgotten, really.
I don't know. I think we talk to people.
I think we just say words until the show ends. We're like, yeah, we're done.
Do you want chocolate chip cookies or like?
Yeah, chocolate chip.
I mean, that's pretty. I don't
Well,
like chocolate chip cookies. I don't like chocolate chips.
You could just make sugar cookies, and
Gross.
then it's like it should preserve more of the cricket flour vibe. The chocolate would probably cover it.
Ew.
And if you,
Well, I mean,
if you
the
really
whole
want
point
to
of a
expose
cookie
it,
is to like.
eat it.
Well, yeah, like that's the thing. Like, do you want to taste the cricket flour, or do you just want to see if you can make protein cookies with crickets in it, so you can be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
I
there
know
you
these
go.
really just precious people on the internet, and they sent me food, and I ate it."
Yeah, that would be that. I think just making the cricket cookies, and we just experiment, make the cookies however you would make cookies normally. If you make chocolate chip cookies,
Okay.
make them
So
with
I
the
would
cricket
just eat
flour.
the dough.
You shouldn't cook them. This step one. When I say you, it's the royal you. It's not you as a person. It's you as it's you as a whole. Because I'm not eating the cookies you make. But if Stephanie makes them, I'll do it. It'll be delicious. Cricket snickerdoodles? Ooh, that sounds good. Snickerdoodle's one of my faves.
Yeah, I like snickerdoodle. So
I
my
love 'em.
favorite is like oatmeal cookies without the raisins in it, because raisins are delicious, but not if they're touching any other food. Then they cease to be delicious.
You know what's fun? When you want to eat a chocolate chip cookie and you get an oatmeal raisin cookie and your life is over.
No.
My good buddy
Like
W.C. Mitchell there grabbed a raisin bagel or a chocolate chip bagel thinking it was cinnamon raisin bagel. That was a bad time too. Chocolate chips don't go in bagels. Stupid Panera.
No. So you get chocolate chip bagels and you take the blueberry schmear. What is that called?
The schmear?
Icing. What do you put on a bagel? Cream cheese.
Cream cheese. Schmear is what it's called. It's cream cheese
Yeah,
schmear.
schmear. You take the blueberry thing. Wait, how did I already screw this up? Chocolate chip and then blueberry icing. What is that called?
Yes.
Sour cream. Ice cream.
What?
Cream cheese.
What is going on? I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Okay. Maybe we should do a fact coding.
Oh, you want to know what happened?
It's currently packed at my desk downstairs because I had it on my desk, and so I've got my desk in a box, and it is down there until my desk becomes mounted on a wall.
You sent 4 people 3 blocks. 2 of them are on this shelf because Jacob needs one, but I only gave Ashley one, so he needs this one. And then I will not have 2 blocks on my shelf. I will have 1 block on my shelf.
Yeah.
But until then, I have 2.
But Var, you've seen mine because I send you Snapchats of my desk all the time, and my 2 dorks is sitting up there.
Come at me, bro, factoid. What? Wait, buttons. Work. There we go. Ancient Greek theater masks had brass megaphones in the mouth to amplify what actors were saying. Oh, that's fascinating. I did not know
I thought that was
that.
pretty cool. I read a bunch of facts on masks, and it was incredibly interesting.
Yeah, that's really cool because I always wondered, like, you go watch a movie that takes place in 900 AD, you know.
Okay.
And the guy
I can't
stands
math that far.
The guy stands on a podium when there's 9 million people in attendance, and he's like, "Hello." He just talks with his normal voice, like, "Together we will conquer the world," and everybody cheers. The people that are like 8 rows back can't hear him, so they're just cheering because everybody else cheered. For all we know, most of those people think it's a stupid idea, but they don't know it's a stupid idea because they're just following the guy in front of them. They're like, "That guy cheered. Guess I'll cheer too." Even though this dude's gonna march us to our death, I don't know that. I'm just like, "Yeah, whatever he said must have been awesome." So I wonder.
Actually, I think you just summed up like the entire Middle Ages.
I've summed up the entire history of the world.
There you go.
Prior to microphones, this is how the world
I
worked.
was say up until social media, and then we, instead of going from surmising that our leaders were stupid to fully realizing that our leaders were stupid.
There's a certain amount. There's a special type of stupid. in the world today. And it's
oh, that's
frustrating.
a song. It's a beautiful song. You should sing it.
There's a special type of stupid in the world today. It's actually DJ Milk Dud's next hit.
I forgot about those. This is burning my throat.
DJ Milk Dud. What? Up the butt.
Like, why? Why you and Jacob with your what's in the butts?
I don't know. It just felt right, you know? The butts just felt right. I had a thought about that megaphone thing.
Wait.
And then it flittered away. Oh, open the fortune cookie.
You were people were in line and they couldn't hear, and now with the megaphone you understand that they could in fact hear.
Maybe there's hope after all, as long as people can hear the message. Now we know.
Yes.
I wonder how many things would have been prevented if people in front of them had actually not just followed along. What's it say? There's no time.
There's no time.
Like the pleasant? That's the most racist thing I've ever seen.
Bad translation or punny?
I don't know, but it sounds fairly racist because it's common to stereotype Asian people by using an L in place of an R. Yeah, they did that.
That's so bad. I didn't even put that together.
I did. Because I know things.
Okay, so I'm chewing. I'm an idiot.
Stop eating on stream. What's wrong with you? Drink your water and stuff. Pee in your bucket.
Death Note. I've been watching Death Note, and it's Japanese, and I do it subtitled because I can't stand American actors trying to do anime. It hurts my brain really hard.
Yeah.
They call the main killer, like that's killing all these people, like the Japanese people, because it takes place in Japan, they call him Kira, Kira. But that's because the L's, they said that Kira sounds like killer.
Oh.
But that's because when a Japanese person would try to say the American version of killer, it comes out more like Kira.
Yeah.
And I felt that was really cool because, I mean, there's just, you think about like German, some of the glottal like R's and stuff is really hard for us to do.
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't do it all the time. And then L is super easy because we've been doing it since we were like fetus juniors.
La 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 la.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
O's. But you think about it and you like the ridges of your tongue like bounce off the sides of your mouth. It's a weird sound, but we grew up, like I couldn't say pearl when I was little because the R and the L was really hard.
Oh yeah, you're an Elmer Fudd kid.
Couldn't. I said pearl.
Pearl.
Pearl. I'm like, and I still can't say roll.
I couldn't tell somebody how to make an R sound if they asked me. Like it's like how do you
just go
You just go and I don't even know what my mouth is doing to make that sound. It's just doing it.
Because we're parrots. We parrot what our parents taught us.
Yep. And our parents teach us the words like ain't and you're gonna burn your clothes. And
what does my mom say? Ruin? No, she says ruin.
Ruin?
I don't know.
Roin?
Roin! There it is. Roin.
So my mom used to say, "Oh, he went out there and ruined his jeans." And ruined is not a word. It's ruined. But I didn't know that. So I said words like "rurt" forever. And I love my mama. Hey, mama.
Hi, Lucretia!
But it cracks me up because I look back at things like that. I'm like, that's not a word.
No.
But it's a word. It's if you're in that localization.
Right.
That's totally a word. Of course it's a word. A word is anything you want to be except for bay and cray-cray. Those are not words.
So it's technically, bay's kind of fallen out of favor, but it's not cray-cray, it's just cray.
Gosh, I hate kids. They're made up crap.
Steven, you did the same freaking thing.
What'd I do?
Yob.
I didn't say yob.
Yob
I never made up a freaking word. Yob, yeeb, whatever. I didn't understand that. I was such a square kid. No, I was so... I was like an old man before I even made it out of middle school. I was just, people were like fat, and I'm like, I don't get it. I never used that in my common I think I picked up the word rad at one point, but that's like a billion years old anyway. That came from the 80s. You know, I said groovy.
You're still legit.
I said groovy for the longest time as like a 16-year-old. I was like, it was a cool word.
Groovy?
That's groovy.
Just because you liked Bruce Campbell.
No, I didn't even know who Bruce Campbell was at the time. I
What?
know. I'm that weird. I just did that stuff. And it's weird. I still had friends. I don't know how. If the cool kids thought I was weird. But, I mean, the cool kids, I don't know. They're, like, just sealing parking lots and stuff now. So I don't know what they're up to. Getting in fights in back alleys. That's not if you seal parking lots, listen, I love you. I'm not referring to you. I'm referring to the bullies who were horrible to me, who are not very doing awesome because they are horrible.
We need to get Mike Rowe on here. They're like, I may be still in a freaking parking lot, but I'm raking in like $200,000.
Some people
a year,
do.
So suck
But
it.
these guys, no, not these guys. Trust me.
Yeah, I know.
Peaked in high school is a thing. You don't
Yes.
want to be the best in high school because it will not work out later.
That is very true. I've noticed that like a lot of my friends that were super popular in high school, like bad popular, not not okay, so everybody that's been in high school at some point will have that kid that was like good popular. Like they were nice and they were sweet and you're like they were popular for being like good.
Yeah. But nobody
person.
wanted
Maybe
to date them.
He made a mistake.
Nobody wanted to date them, and in general, like the basketball team didn't care who they were, but they were fine. They were there. They were nice.
Yeah, they weren't a jock, but they were still like everybody knew them.
Yeah,
like those people went far. The people that were jocks and were a-holes, and it didn't even necessarily have to be a jock, but typically it goes for that. Jacob's out there going, "You don't know. You weren't in that. You didn't live the lifestyle."
I got choke slammed in the locker room once. And then I'm pretty sure I made the guy cry because it made fun of him because he was stupid.
Oh my God, Steven.
What?
You like reverse bully to bully.
That's what we do. That's what nerds do. We can only rely on our wit. So we're like, listen, like, just stop picking me up by my neck. You're not awesome. This is awful.
I know who did it, don't I?
There was a tall kid. It's a tall kid. Hated him. I mean, I didn't hate him. He was just obnoxious. I liked everybody.
I didn't. Holy shit. I wanted 3/4 of my class to die.
That's
like,
good.
At my hand.
Well, good. If any of them have passed away, the cops will be coming for you tomorrow. World news! German man in hot water for running taps and toilet nonstop for a year.
Wait,
Holy
what?
good Lord. A 31-year-old man in the northern German city of Salzgitter racked up a water bill of 10,800 euros after leaving his bathroom and kitchen taps running for a whole year.
Why?
The man also left his toilet running nonstop and is thought to have used 7 million liters of water over the past 12 months, causing massive damage to his apartment building. Does water really damage things when it's just left running forever?
Well, I mean, wouldn't it would like screw up the sheetrock. Like the sheetrock would just dissolve.
Well, not if you. I mean, it's not running into the wall. I mean, it's running into a pipe. I mean, that should keep the water where it is, right? That's a thing?
I don't know. Like, at what point does the air in the pipe not be able to keep up with the water in the pipe so it spills over?
I don't know. Physics? I don't understand any of this. Police were called to the man's flat after building management received complaints of leakage from the apartment below. The man had reportedly left all taps running for a whole year, but had recently also plugged his drains, causing the flooding. Local housing authorities have also discovered a water bill in the man's name of 10,800 euros, leading to fears that the entire building may have been damaged. The man had barricaded himself in his flat and refused to comply with police and officials. He fought violently with police, and 4 officers had to step in to overpower him. Jeez. It's like a mutant.
So how would they... So it ran for a year before anybody noticed?
Apparently so. Well, he just recently plugged it. So it could run and just go down the drain into the sewer, done, right? But once he plugged it, then it flows out of the places where water is supposed to be and then begins leaking into the... I can tell you because of my toilet adventure 4 or 5 episodes ago that when water gets onto the floor, it's going to leak down through something. There are crevasses that it will...
The crevasse. That's Steven's new horror movie coming out in 2020 called The Crevasse. Hey, there's a bug.
It's called The Crevasse. Hide your kids, hide your wife. 3 police officers were injured during the arrest and in the end had to use pepper spray to subdue the man. South Skidder police say he has been taken to a psychiatric hospital for an evaluation. Local news reports that the man had a history of mental illness and had previously threatened a police officer with a knife. You know,
But I don't understand, like, it's like sand. It goes everywhere. So why would you just leave water running for a year?
I don't. He's crazy. I don't. Maybe he's trying to be like the Wet Bandits
The wet bit. Oh, it tickles my nose.
from Home Alone. You know.
Oh, are those a thing?
Yeah, the Wet Bandits. Marv and Harry and Marv. They
Were
were
they
the
wet-
Wet Bandits
Why were they with the wet bandits?
because Marv would stuff rags and stuff in the sinks and then turn the water on after they burgled a house. He
So
wanted
I
to
don't
be-
really remember those movies because I hated them.
Oh, you hated Home Alone? It was Die Hard for kids.
Yeah, but I actually like Die Hard.
Yeah, but it's the double feature Home Alone and Die Hard. We're gonna watch both.
That would be cool. So I mean, I was Steven, I was raised on the hardcore. Like I started with Aliens, like when I was 2. So like Home Alone was going backwards, you know, like I really had the
I got hooked on the good stuff.
I
I love Die Hard. Kevin McAllister's got nothing on McLean. See, they're even both Irish. John McClane,
I know!
Kevin McAllister. Holy crap. They're both alone in a building. Well, sort of. He's the lone
I really
hero.
want to watch Die Hard right now.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch it since I did the Motivation Monday with John McClane like 2 weeks ago.
That was, you guys, if you haven't tuned into Steven's Motivation Mondays, please do. Like, they're 5 minutes of fantastic isms, and he always, well, I'll let you pitch your own thing.
I don't need to pitch it. They know. This week's was Rocky Balboa. It was great.
Hey, Rocky!
I love Rocky
I
Balboa.
know we've had this poll before, but just for everybody in the chat, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? McFly, you don't get the answer.
Working the poll. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? The answer is yes.
Okay, next!
Small town news.
This is me.
That's your story.
Oh, by the way, I was in the seasonal aisle of a beer shop today to get Wally some hell yes ma'ams, because apparently like that's a thing.
What?
It-
A heck yes,
it's
ma'am?
It's a local. A hell yes ma'am is like, I hear Wally order it all the time, but I didn't realize it was a local brew.
Oh, neat.
But
Gosh.
I called Jacob and I'm like, I don't know what to get Wally. He likes shit. You both like shit. What is this? And I was like reading off all these German beer names to Jacob, and I felt like a badass. I'm like, I can pronounce German words.
So you do that thing where when you're speaking a different language, you like totally, like if you were to switch, if you're just to be using a normal person word and then you throw in a German word, your accent would just bam, and you would be German all of a sudden.
It bothers me not to pronounce things like they're meant to be pronounced in the native tongue of how they're being pronounced. That's why when I come across like any kind of Mandarin or Cantonese, I'm like, I don't know how to say this, and it's really bothersome because I don't know the alphabet.
I English that crap up. It's like when you hear somebody in Spanish like, "Todo tengo el gato en los McDonald's."
Yes, exactly. Takeo in wait. I have cat pants in McDonald's.
No, I have a cat in McDonald's. But yeah, so they just drop in and they're like KFC. You, especially when you're watching Japanese TV, because that's the thing you do. Like if you're seeing YouTube and you're like KFC, Starbucks, McDonald's, and you're like, what the crap is going on? Like I understood 3 of those words, and none of that. Hey, calm down. None of what I just said is a language. I'm basically Latka from Taxi. Thank you very much.
I don't know that is because I didn't watch
Latka was the best. That came from Andy Kaufman's stand-up act where he played Foreign Man. And then he was like, hey, Taxi.
To shout out to, like, I don't think anybody in the chat except maybe, I don't know, who in the chat has seen Taxi?
All of them. Taxi's the best show ever.
But I will say that the chat has unanimously declared that it's a Christmas movie. Suck it. Those who are wrong.
That's that's unanimous. There was at least 2 people that responded. That makes it unanimous.
That's unanimous. Spam heist soar in Hawaii, prompting retailers to keep it in locked case. Oh, spam.
Oh, spam.
Ew. What?
I like bread and butter.
Why would you steal spam? Like, why would you steal spam? It's like, no.
You shouldn't.
No.
That's not a thing you rob from people.
Since last month in the Pearl City community in Oahu, some more Prosecco. Safeway customer Arlena Sua. Why is this in words?
I don't know. I feel like I'm reading the script of Lilo and Stitch.
I can't pronounce
Oahu.
Oahu. Watched as a man suddenly grabbed 8 cases of spam and headed for the door. She thought, okay, this isn't real. No, he's not going to take it. Nope.
That's her inner monologue. Oh, he's going to walk out with that spam. He's going to walk out. He's going to the door. He's not going to take it. He can't. No, he's walking out the door. It's gone. Call the police. He took all the spam.
Literally no one in Hawaii sounds like that.
That's it, I know. But I feel like this should happen in like
that was perfect. That was like Minnesota, Hawaii.
This is for Bent Fork, Tennessee. He's taking all the spam. It's gone.
Yeah. I'm gonna pee.
What are we gonna have for lunch?
What will the children eat, Ebner?
I just like to slice it up into 1-inch thick patties and fry it in a pan with some butter.
What is spam?
Meat product.
Google that for me.
Lips, peckers, and intestines.
Steven said peckers. But it was real. Dun, dun, dun. The man took off with the spam and disappeared.
Whoa.
Elsewhere on the island, about the same time, 3 women loaded up on shopping carts at a Long's drugstore with 18 cases of spam and rushed for the exit. Other flipping crappity dupes are you going to do with 18 cases of lips, peckers, and intestines?
You're gonna throw a party.
Oh my God. In another incident, holy shit, the Honolulu Police Department is now offering a $1,000 reward for a man and an apparent accomplice, it was Batman and Robin, who entered a shop at a downtown mall, grabbed a case of spam, and punched a security guard who attempted to stop it.
If that really was Batman and Robin, could you imagine? Alfred, you gotta hide this. Me and Robin just got high and stole all this spam from a drugstore.
Bruce, we've talked about this crazy addiction of yours.
Hide it somewhere in the cave. If someone's going to get caught with it, it's going to be Batman.
Oh my God. The incidents are likely part of a growing black market in a state where the demand for spam knows no bounds, said Tina Yamaki, president of the Retail Merchants of Hawaii.
It's a heck of a thing to be president of.
Yeah, that's a guild. That's Morrowind right there. The spam guild. The thefts have proliferated to the point that I read the word and I'm drunk. That some businesses are putting spam in plastic. Steven!
Oh, I keep highlighting it. I'm sorry.
You're almost doing so good, and you're like, ding, ding, ding. Putting spam in plastic cases under lock and key, she said, along with the more conventional shoplifting targets such as electronics, Gillette Power, Fusion, razor refills, and as it happens, canned corned beef, also popular in Hawaii. Steven, this article insinuates that there is a black market for spam. What the shit?
All I know is that I know what I'm doing when I go to Hawaii. I'm going to take him to be on the airplane with a case of spam and be like, I heard y'all had problems. I stand in an alleyway with a jacket with spam hanging from the insides. Hey.
Like it's...
Psst. You want some good stuff? I got spam with jalapeno. Regular spam.
Oh my God, that's amazing. To buy a can of spam, you have to ask a salesperson to retrieve it along with iodine and Sudafed because spam equals meth head.
Yes, I would like to get some spam and a pack of Marlboro Light menthols. Thank you.
Oh my God, this gets so much worse. I clicked a button. Yamaki thinks spam has become a form of currency, like a freaking Bitcoin, particularly for drug addicts in need of quick cash. How is spam equal to cash? With spam selling for roughly $2.50 per 12-ounce can, a thief can turn a decent profit on a case of 12 by underselling the retailers from whom they stole.
Wow. This is
How
really...
is this a thing?
This is a thing you could exploit because things are more expensive in Hawaii. So you could buy it here. You wouldn't really recoup the cost of the airline ticket, I don't think. But hey.
Oh, that's true.
Some good old.
I mean, if you were going there on vacation anyway.
Yeah, if you're going anyway, then just pack a bag full of spam. You make a good point, Arrowad. I don't know how we've made it this far without a Monty Python reference. It popped into my head, but I wasn't sure where to use it. I don't like spam.
Mainland Americans might scoff at the idea of stealing spam,
Really?
which is often derided as cheap, flavorless mystery meat, but spam is a key part of the Hawaiian diet. I know Hawaiians eat a lot of pork.
Mainland Americans might scoff at this idea.
This is called head float juice.
Oh, is your head floating off your body like a balloon?
Look at the bubbles. Oh, I can see myself through the cup. There's like many dimensions of me.
You're drunk. You have had the wine.
It's hot.
It is. We should
should
do
read the
whatever the
story.
special section is real rat quick. Special. I don't have a noise for special section. This will be fine. Okay. Flight 666 makes final Friday the 13th trip to hell.
Wait, what?
Yeah, baby. The plane ride might make a few superstitious people cringe. Finnair flight AY666 made its last Friday the 13th trip to hell. The flight has been making the trip from Copenhagen to Helsinki regularly, and since there's a Friday the 13th 2 to 3 times in a year, the flight number, airport code, and date have matched up 21 times over 11 years.
Holy crap!
This is so awesome. The plane landed safely and ahead of schedule despite a flight number associated with the devil and an airport code 1 letter off from hell with 2 L's. But the airline is changing its flight numbers, which means it was 666's last Friday the 13th trip to hell.
How do you go that long? Like, if I looked and my flight was 666, I'd be like, look.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not superstitious. And I like Jesus a decent amount because he's gotten me through some shiz. But there's just some things I don't want to mess with because so thoughts have mass, and I firmly believe that this is rooted in science. They've done way too many studies and way too many experiments to disagree with that, and this is drunk science, so don't really take
Thoughts have mass. Hi, Google.
Thoughts have mass. So if you've got a plane full of people going, I am on flight 666, we all will die. At some point you will die. But I mean, granted. What do you think?
No, you say words. You were saying granted, and I need to know what you're talking about.
Well, so granted, if you're going to take Flight 66, you're probably not as superstitious as the rest of the people that think 666 is maybe not a good plane to be flying around on.
Yeah. The chat is rebelling against your thoughts have mass argument, but we're going to go ahead and accept it for the sake of you being drunk and Horseshoes and Hand Grenades is true news 100% of the time.
We have never led you astray. Every factoid has been 110% accurate, which is 10% better than normal accurate.
I created a mass. Makes it sound like you took a poop.
I love that Mars mass cannot be created or destroyed, and Kelly's like, dear child.
Mass can be created.
Wait,
Matter.
Okay, so Kelly Lynn Colby is an amazing author, and we met her at DragonCon and go worship at the altar of her new book. Steven, you have it. Do you have it on your desk?
No, I have the Kindle version, and it's in my drawer. Oh my gosh, you got me on the spot. I got this, though. I do still have this.
Do you still have the certificate?
The certificate, the flyer, Tarbin's True Air. I'm really enjoying it, by the way. It's great. I read it every night.
Yes.
I just read one chapter, so it's taking me a while, but I got it.
Well, it's because you have a chat. But she was a biologist before she decided she wanted to write the books.
You said that with a question mark, meaning that she likely is going to need to chime in to make sure that you're right on her biography. which we're going to talk to her when I finish this book. And we can book her. And she has time for us because she's busy doing the Amazons now.
I can get it basically like, a week before we decide to talk to her and have read it because I read quickly and I don't have a child.
You read sentences at a time. You don't read words.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of, since this is a special section, y'all all about to participate in NaNoWriMo next month with me.
Yes! H&H does righty shit.
That's actually what it's called. That's the new podcast from Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. Horseshoes and Hand Grenades does stuff. So, no plot, no problem. This is like book promotion. Nobody pays us for this crap. We just talk. This book is killer if you want to prime your brain for some National Novel Writing Month. I forgot how good it was. I started reading it because I'm like, I need to reread this. Because the one year that I won, I read this. And then the second year that I won, I think I just won because I'm stubborn. But this time,
mostly that.
I'm reading it again. Holy crap. It's like, don't be a moron. Type the words. Type the words all day. Type words about monkeys at a circus if the other words aren't coming out and wrap it into your story somehow. It's great.
And then go back and edit it.
No.
So it's actually finished.
No. You see, one day, I was telling Stephanie, I was like, it's going to be amazing one day when my great-grandchildren can read the many novels of their great-great-grandfather. And she was like, you don't have no novels, Lieutenant Dan. And I was like, listen, I've got 2. And she's like, they're on your computer. You can't like pick them up and read them. I said, they're in the cloud.
You like went straight up. Wait, what is the Jared Leto where he's everywhere? My arms don't wait.
They're in the cloud. So my novels are in the cloud. I got one. I'll tell you what the title is. You want to know what the title is for this year's NaNoWriMo attempt?
What's the title?
Box Babies.
I'm so excited for that.
I'm going to let you think about that one.
Steven's brain, like, I don't know what it is, but, like, I have these people in my life, and they're so gifted. Like, Steven and I meet these gifted, amazing people, whether it be writing or drawing or freaking carving shit out of wood or just, like, really funny text messages that I read during the day and go, that just completely made my day. It was in all caps, and it was talking about, like, bunny skins, and it was fantastic. I'm talking about...
Crund?
Yeah. But it's like, I was looking at freaking Steven's Inktober. And I look at them and I'm like, there's no way in hell my brain could come up with this. Like, where does this creativity come from? Like, how do you people do this? It's amazing.
I don't know.
As Justin R. Young likes to say, give yourself a round of applause.
Give yourself a round of applause, everyone, for how awesome you are. The penguin is mightier than the swordfish. I was really proud of that one.
Like, the canned goods is my favorite.
That was the dumbest thing. I was just sitting there like, I need one more picture to draw. I'll draw canned goods.
It was so amazing. It was so amazing.
My friend who just had a baby yesterday, so I'm like, you're probably sleep deprived. He texts me like randomly in the middle of the day and says, never stop drawing. And I was like, okay, crazy person.
It's so good. Like, no, there's just, it's like if you created an artificial intelligence and put it in a box and made it this like innocent, just perfect fluffy penguin baby chick and gave it a piece of pencil and like gave it some pop culture references, that's the art that it would come up with.
That sounds about right. I just sit there and I'm just like, what can I draw today? And Stephanie's like, you've drawn like 15 out of 17 pictures is food. I was like, huh.
Because you guys have been on like a healthy eats kick.
Oh yeah, I'm all in too. She left a whole bunch of candy downstairs in the pantry. I don't even want it. Don't even want it. Haven't even tried. It's better left untold. I'm going to read this next one just to keep with the trend of me reading this story and you reading the next one.
I like that trend. That's like the decades in the making.
It really is a decade in the making. Hey, by the way, did you know that the episode that comes after 399 is 400?
many times have I accidentally written 400 and it not been 400?
Every time we came up on a 9. 349, 400. 359, 400. 369, 400. Actually, that's not how counting works. How are your finances? Are things making sense? 99, 1,000. Oh, geez. Maybe I shouldn't read this story. Couple who had sex in front of staff at Domino's Pizza in Scarborough must sleep apart for 6 months.
Whoa!
What a punishment. A couple who had sex in a pizza. Hey, the pizza? The pizzas, they're coming. In a pizza delivery shop, as staff worked on the other side of the counter, have been spared jail but told they must sleep apart for almost 6 months. This is stupid.
Bullshit! You can't tell somebody who to sleep with, you
No.
socialist assholes!
You can't. Daniela Hurst and Craig Smith were caught on CCTV engaging in a sex act and having sex in the Domino's Pizza on Castle Road in Scarborough. Magistrates in the resort told the pair on Tuesday that the offense was serious enough for them to be jailed, but instead opted to give them community orders, including 23-week-long curfews at separate addresses, monitored by electronic tags. This is beyond 1984-ish.
Like what
This is
that
bad.
thing? Black Mirror, Dark Mirror.
Yeah, Black Mirror. Totally.
Like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, you can't do this. This feels really wrong. Chairman of the bench... Chairman of the bench, Charles Davis, told the pair, "We're both very close to going to prison." He said it was a brazen offense committed in a public place over a prolonged period and in the presence of staff. Magistrates watched 10 minutes of the footage showing the pair's activities in the pizza shop in February. Who is
10
what country?
minutes? They had sex for 10. I would have been dumping pizza sauce on their horny asses.
They really had sex for 10 minutes?
That's impressive.
I
I
know.
mean,
Well done. Well done.
good on him.
Well done. Have that stamina. Hang in there.
Like public stamina. Too.
Unless they did that thing like 15 minutes before and then they were just coming back for round 2.
Oh my god.
You know? And then it's like, well, okay.
Wait, what do? You just okay. They were either they had to be high. Like I would not, because if the guy was that drunk, he couldn't have had sex for 15 minutes. He would have passed out after 3.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You know?
I don't understand. Okay, so let me finish the story. 10 minutes of footage. Okay. The video showed the couple ordering food and messing around with a yellow cleaning cone before Hurst performs oral sex on Smith.
What?
The girl is on the dude at this point. Don't visualize it. It's perverse. It's perverse. You kids don't need to know what this is all about. But this is what happens. They're then seen having sex while leaning on the counter close to the till, where the money is. Staff can be seen working in the kitchen as
like
the couple.
The money's so clean.
That's the part that bothers me. That cocaine-covered money. The couple continue their antics, and delivery staff come and go during the footage. Just in and out, whatever. Oh, keep on too right, mate. Keep it up there. Mr. Davis told the couple that there was no identifiable victim, no pre-planning, and the pair were clearly under the influence of drink. But he said the potential for harm was significant. But it seems to us that the harm was to the public, who were outraged after the CCTV was released on social media. It's all fine until the world knows about it.
Why would you release it on social media?
I don't know. Both were given 12-month-long community orders. This included an order to observe a curfew between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. for 23 weeks, wear an electronic tag, and perform a rehabilitation activity requirement. 10 days for Hurst and 15 days for Smith. So the lady got off easy. Oh, you can...
Wait, they were both there having sex.
Yeah, look at these two jokers. I've actually got a gallery of the business going on here.
Pictures?
Yep, this is them.
But where do you find this shit?
Homie's wearing a Hugo Boss sweater.
Oh my god, he just like right up. Okay, so they're not naked.
No, she looks like they wear a lot of. Well, where are these people getting followed? What the devil are these pictures coming from? Like what? I don't understand. Are they famous?
Okay, so I don't think they actually had sex. He just looks like he's humping her up against the.
Yeah, because those pants are on.
And her pants are like.
That's not to say it can't happen, but
so her pants being zipped like that, like on like they are, like you can't. So the angle. needs to be kind of like this, and it can't be like that with female pants.
I don't understand. I want to know where this is. This is a country that is not. So look at these street signs. What country is this,
UK.
you guys? It's the UK?
Scarborough? That's the UK, right?
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? I don't know.
Scarborough.
Oh, the
Australia, Canada, New Zealand, South Africa, South Trinidad.
Oh, geez. So we have to identify it by the road signs.
Hell yeah.
The lady got off easy. I didn't even realize I said that.
She said. Okay, there's a.
Oh, it's in Scotland.
Cool. That's the UK.
I thought the Scots were free. They're doing this whole 1984 BS. Gosh,
yeah,
freedom only goes so far,
awful.
William Wallace.
Don't have sex in public, but you can't tell me where I'm freaking sleeping.
No, you can. You can tell me. You can find me, but you're not going to tell me where I'm going to sleep. You guys.
McFly has a point. He's like, "Do you really think they would have shown that on the news?"
Maybe not. Well, I mean, it is Scotland. These people don't wear underwear in their kilts. I don't know.
Yes, in the heat of the night. Isn't that a song?
There's some people that just have a face. You're just like, oh, you're just stupid. I can tell from here. And it's so wrong that I think that.
It's the low brow. Have you noticed that? Like, that's why they say low brow. It's like Neanderthal-y.
Oh, those poor people. Neanderthal's just trying to get by, man.
Oh my god, he really does.
Dude,
Yeshbot. You're talking about.
Yeshbot just subscribed. Thank you, Yeshbot, for the sub. Oh
my god, Var gave us bits. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
And Var gave us all the bits. Thank you for the bits. Fill in our cup. You're the best.
I'll remember this in the morning.
I will remember it now.
Oh god, yeah. Crund has a point. Better than being a registered sex offender.
That's probably true. I could sleep somewhere, but it's the principle of the thing, man. I mean,
yeah, that's. I'm not okay with the government telling me where I sleep. Like,
yeah, we're Americans. We're not okay with that stuff. I'm okay with telling you who you can sleep with, but not where you can sleep.
Right. The government definitely should tell me what gender I can put my booty up against.
You can't tell me if I can own a gun, but you could definitely tell other people not to put their wieners together. 'Cause that's wrong and that's un-American. We have morals here in this country.
We don't get political.
Double standards? Is that what that is? Is that called a double standard when one person can do something that other people can't do, an equally weird thing?
People have sex with goats.
Is that the same? If you say a man can lie with another man, that's like saying a man can lie with a cow. No, it's not. It's not the same. It's not. Those are people.
I mean, we did a show 3-4 weeks ago where an entire group of 15 plus people had sex with a donkey.
Oh yeah, that was pretty rough. I feel real bad for that donkey.
It does. It is very amusing, and I feel like every red alarm bell should go off ever when somebody is using religion to limit stuff like that. I'm just like,
Bing, 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 bing.
yeah.
This may be a personal conviction. Ping, 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 ping. Oh, by the way, you're drunk, but I need you to hear this.
Okay, me. I'm listening.
You, as in you. So you're fascinated with conversations between two people of different views or whatever, understanding each other. This is a thing that you enjoy that we've discussed before.
Yes.
There's an interview you need to make time for yourself to listen to. It was between Megan Phelps, who used to be of the Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And Kevin Smith.
Oh, shit.
Of Clerks fame. So usually Kevin Smith is typically swearing a lot. There is one F-bomb in this entire interview. It's 2 hours of Megan Phelps, who has left the Westboro Baptist Church, discussing with Kevin Smith the difficulties of performing that action, also the views of how it was living under the West. These, by the way, if you're not familiar, these are the people that show up at funerals and protest and tell people God hates fags and stuff. This is
I was going to say their favorite word is faggot.
Yeah, everybody. These are those people. Well, Megan was one of the kids in this family, and she was one of the people outside the funerals with the signs at the movie premieres with the signs and like saying all these hateful, horrible things. Well, she's not in that game anymore, and she sat down with Kevin Smith to discuss the whole thing. It's the most fascinating, heartbreaking interview I think I've ever listened to. I'm like, I want to hug you. Like, you came
Maybe
from this.
we could put that in the show notes just so people could have a listen.
Yes, I need to find. It was the most recent episode of the Smodcast, the podcast that he does with his buddy Scott Mosier. But it was with Megan Phelps. I actually have the link here, and
because I would like to listen to that because I like listening to different.
Yes,
it's really fascinating. Like, we have such, and I am so bad. Like, I am a self-righteous asshole, and I know that I am, and I try to work on it. But holy shit, I am self-righteous. Like, I feel like Jesus goes, Ashley, just stop.
Just elbow to the face.
Just no. Like, I wrote a whole book to you, and no. But I really like we've got such an obsession with being right. Like, it's not such an obsession. And even if I think people get to the point they know they're not right, but it's not okay to be wrong. But I mean, when you're wrong, you grow, you learn, you branch out. Fun things happen. Your brain gets set on fire. It's okay to be wrong. It's fantastic to be wrong. Be wrong. So it's nice to listen to different takes, different cultures, like Westboro Baptist and freaking Kevin Smith. Like, I can't even imagine that interview.
Oh yeah, and it's fascinating because they're all coming from places of having been believers to some degree to no longer believing necessarily, and it's an interesting conversation. She did a TED Talk. If you're less interested in a 2-hour interview and more interested in a bite-sized deal, it's a 15-minute TED Talk, and I recommend looking at that too because for a few reasons, people from me and Ashley's neck of the woods tend to not understand other people from a differing point of view. We just go, well, this is how it's supposed to be. It's written in this book. Right. It's very important to use these 2 ears you were given. And listen, and that's Megan's point. As she goes along, you kind of learn like, oh, she was a hate-mongering, horrible human being, but not in her perspective and not in the perspective of her family. And the only way she got out of that was by somebody who was willing to stand there and just listen to her tell her side. Like, not telling her she was horrible, not going like, what are you doing? You're ruining people's lives. This is awful. Just going, hey, what's the deal? Why do you believe all this stuff? What's going on? And then opening a dialogue and then repeating and having the conversation. It was incredible. Like, it was, anyway, I don't mean to harp on it, but it affected me to some degree.
The art of discourse and conversation has died because, and I'm super guilty of this. I mean, Stephen and I are on a podcast. Obviously, Stephen and I like to talk, so we like to get our point across. But listening is the hardest thing on the planet to do, but it just behooves you so much to listen. You can get different points of view. You can get different information. It's just, I like see Steven doing this and I'm like, okay, I'm shutting
No. You were talking about talkie talk. You're seeing the delayed stuff. I was doing this for fun.
But seriously, like, it is hard. Holy shit. Especially now where everything is, I mean, I'll be watching a movie and posting on Twitter and posting on Instagram and, talking to you guys on Discord and playing on Habitica. Like, it's I can't even listen to a movie now, but listening is one of the most important things, most important skills you will ever develop in your life. And it's so hard. Like, somebody to talk, listen to what they're saying, digest it, develop questions based on what they said. And it's hard. Oh my God, it's hard. Like, I struggle with that so much. Like, I'll be sitting there talking to Jacob. Jacob is like so smart. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, he has so much information to give me. And I asked him a question, so I need to listen to what he's saying. But that's like an active conversation I'm having with myself while he's talking to me. It's hard.
So hard.
But listen to people.
You should. If you take one thing away from Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, take away Ashley's drunk advice.
Yes.
Listen. The good Lord gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. That ought to tell you.
That's funny. I always forget that's a thing, but that's a thing. My This itches right.
It really is a challenge, like actually paying attention to somebody, especially when you vehemently disagree on a principle. Like,
Yes.
Like, not gonna say it, but a Trump supporter. Like,
like a dogged.
oh, I have seen some stuff, Smash. I have seen some comments on Facebook. I'm like, oh my good Lord, what are you saying? And but I'm just like, must not flip out. Like, must be cool. Like, by myself, because I don't respond to Facebook comments like that, because I get it's stupid and it doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't
I
help.
sit there and I'm like, what did you just say? Yes, we can be friends. I don't care. You voted the country into the toilet. That's fine. I'm still your friend.
We still love you.
Still
Mark's
love you.
fantastic.
Still
he
love
can't
you.
like walk 3 feet without making himself bleed. But he's
I
fantastic.
voted for Bush too. I mean, we've all made mistakes.
I voted for Bush and I voted for Obama, and I regretted both.
Imagine that. Someone who's voted both sides because they thought the other person was better at the time. Holy crap, you mean you don't vote party line? What's wrong with you? This is America. You walk in, you find Republican, and you check the box. You check the box. It's like, no, mine's like
So
a freaking
from now on,
bingo card.
I'm just gonna write it. Crud. Yes.
Crud
yes.
2022.
I think from now on, Crud 2022. Like that's
Go
all
Crud.
hell our Lord.
Can we please have election posters with Crud 2022 written on it?
Arrow.
Where are you, Arrow?
New art for you. You need to make Crud 2020.
Did you see the tweets? I know this show is going on forever because you're drunk. I'm alone. It's fine.
I haven't. When Stephanie's gone, Steven and I don't have anybody like to offset our stupidity. So
I just ramble.
and Jacob's outside drinking, so there's really just no one. You guys are.
I had so there was this tweet going around. It was like, post your last text message is your campaign slogan, and mine was lol. I didn't consider that, but yes, and I was like, that's pretty spot on. I could see that. I can see
Lol,
that. What is your last? What is your campaign slogan? Oh, Peter Palmiotti's in the chat. Holy balls! Hi, Peter.
Peter Palmiotti, we love you and your arts and your comics, and you're awesome. And we were just talking about how many creative people we know, and Peter Palmiotti is definitely one of those amazing people.
Peter Palmiotti's the best. All right, good. We got through that. Just got really excited. Sorry.
Hi, Peter. I'm crunk. So.
He's going for a midterm election, Kelly. He just wants to be a senator. That's it.
Yes.
What was your last text message? What's your campaign? You didn't say.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's I don't know where anything is.
Oh, that's perfect. Ashley, 2020. I don't know where anything is.
I don't know where anything is.
It's okay. It got the last guy in. Should be fine.
No. Look at the last guy in was I'm better than everyone at everything.com.
Ever.com.org.
Ever. Bigly.
I am bigly better. I have the biggest testicles and hands. I also haven't been able to see my wiener for 15 years. I shouldn't say these things.
I have to wonder, like, I have boobs, right? So I watched a movie when I was younger, and this chick, like, duct taped her boobs, and I'm like,
oh,
I
now and
hate
then.
my boobs because...
Now and then.
Yes, that's what it was. It was the chick with the forehead.
Christina Ricci.
Yes,
I know
loved
everything.
her because she was
You're welcome.
What? We need to have a special section where you guys go up against Steven in terms of, like, IMDb stuff because you will lose.
It's like Win Ben Stein's money. Except you don't stop. Do that on camera. That freaks me out.
Why is that? I'm drunk. It's okay.
That really no more drunk for you. I'm take you off camera. I don't even know what to do anymore. WTF section.
When size money.
WTF. It's your turn anyway.
Me.
You've got the mic. You have the conch.
I drank a whole bottle of wine, which maybe wouldn't do anything to most people, but my gums are numb. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I guess you've had numb stuff before.
Numb. Var just texted me. He's probably like, "Mom, stop." Okay, inmate's lawsuit says pain from
Oh my gosh.
Jacob.
You're supposed to go to the
Jacob, why?
hospital after 4 hours.
Inmate's lawsuit says pain from 91-hour erection was ignored by Pittsburgh County Jail personnel. Stephen, can you math 91 hours for me?
That's almost 4 days.
He
That's
had a
almost
4-day
4 days.
stiffy.
Yeah, 4 days.
That's not okay.
4 hours. You go to the hospital in 4 hours, not 4 days. It says it on the bottle. What's wrong with you?
Okay, so I will argue that our water has fluoride in it, right?
Yeah, yeah, it does. It's neurotoxin, right? Heard
So
it.
an 8-ounce glass of water has as much fluoride in it as the toothpaste bottle will tell you to call the poison control center for like swallowing it. So if you swallow a like tiny squidge of fluoridated, that's a word, toothpaste, they tell you to call the poison control center. But if you drink 8 ounces of water from your tap, that has that much fluoride in it. So 4 hours may not be the end all be all of like call the hospital, but 4 days of like, ugh,
Yeah.
that's not okay.
No, you don't want to be you don't want to be in that spot, you know? Remember the dude that tried to have sex with a bench and the blood wouldn't leave?
Oh my God, Steven, I literally just told Wally and Lauren about that. I was like, one of my favorite things is this guy kept having sex with his freaking patio furniture.
Yep, and then it got stuck. And then they had to come in and quote unquote drain it.
Yeah. Lauren's like, how does that happen? I'm like, well, it's like a cock ring. It's like anyway.
Don't make hand gestures on camera. Keep your hands in your lap. Both times I've seen your hands, it's been a disaster. Don't do that anymore.
My feet are numb. A Wilburton man. I love you guys so much. You don't even understand. Thursdays are my favorite days. A Wilburton man was mocked and needlessly denied medical care by jail officials while suffering a 91-hour erection, according to a $5 million lawsuit.
Oh my gosh.
Shit! Dustin Lance alleges in his civil rights lawsuit that he suffered permanent injury after employees of the Pittsburgh County Jail ignored his pleas for medical care while he was suffering from a continuous erection. Okay. Look, I know if you were in jail that you 50-50 chance you did something shitty. And you might or might not need to be in jail, right? But that doesn't mean we have to be shitbags.
We don't get to have, like, that's cruel and unusual punishment. Like, you...
Which is illegal.
Right, you can't... I worked in the correctional system for a little while. Was not a correctional officer, but I worked in the correctional system. And the higher-ups, when they were good ones, who understood what prison was for, were focused 100% on rehabilitation. It was about figuring out how to give these people a job skill, teaching them how to read, and getting them out of prison. But there are some working locally who are like, I know what you did, and I don't care what happens to you in here. You know? I'm going to put you in the room with Squints. Squints likes to party, if you know what I mean. You know, and then they would be...
Squints likes to party. That's DJ Milk Duds' next album.
Squints likes to party.
Yes.
DJ Milk Duds. Dropping December 25th. Squints like to party.
Squints like to party. But it's not, oh my God, like, how amazing would this world be if everybody just didn't suck?
Oh, yeah. If the Bill and Ted dream came true. Oh, it'd be awesome.
Just don't suck. Be awesome to everybody.
Like, that doesn't mean you have to like everybody. Like, there's plenty of people that I have met, and I'm like, I don't really want this relationship. I'm just not going to continue it.
I'm just gonna not.
It's
like
not
it.
good
Steven.
for me, and I know you really want to hang out, but it's just not working on my half of the fence. It doesn't mean I don't love you and I won't be there if something happens to you, but I'm just gonna step aside, and I'm not gonna, like, I don't know, invite you to things or call you up to go to dinner. I'm just going to be over here and you're going to be over there. And we're going to be okay with that. And then I can love all these other people that are like, are opposite in a good way, or we have enough in common that we can hang. You people, I ain't got nothing in common with. And I'm struggling when we're together to have a good time.
But you don't go out of your way to be like a colossal douche. Not that you could ever be a colossal douche ever because you're Steven.
No.
It's not like something you go out of your way to do because you don't care for someone.
You're not pursuing it.
Right.
You're just kind of like, you're not a cougar, you're a house cat. Like a cougar sees something.
House cat.
A cougar sees something run and it's like, gotta get it. A house cat's just like, there's a mouse over there? Cool. Not really into that right now. I'm just going to lay here.
Oh my God,
that's what you do. You just chill. I've met people like that. I know plenty of people that was the thing. You're just like, we don't get along. We don't not get along. But it takes way more effort for me to be in the room with you.
Right. Effort is a thing, man. Like, if it takes a lot of, so I get along with almost everybody. Like, my friends go from like the asshole jocks to like the complete inept, can't socialize with anybody people. Like, I don't have an issue getting along with people because I have no filters and I pretend like I've known everybody forever because I like people. But there are some people that I'm just like, that's too much work and I don't wanna.
Yeah. There's like,
but I don't go out of. So I really think with social media, for younger kids, holy crap, it's so easy to be an asshole on social media because you don't get the immediate feedback and you feel like it's your job, right? Like, you see something wrong on social media and it's your job to correct somebody or tell them that they're wrong. Even if you think you're coming from a place of like, I'm being good. Like, if you see, okay, so there was this fat chick, like this chick putting on makeup, and a really big like makeup guru reagrammed her Instagram.
Reagrammed.
Yes, that's the thing. Oh my God, I can't tell you how drunk I am right now. So, and just the comments were just horrid. They were calling, like, one chick actually called her a pig. Like, you're a pig, you're fat, that's not healthy. And a lot of people hide behind the it's not healthy thing. And I'm just like, it's so easy to say it's not healthy. Like, it's not healthy to be, I'm like, most people I know are overweight. Like, it's not healthy, whatever. But at the same time, like, calling someone a pig or saying someone is fat or saying someone is unhealthy, that's mentally abusing them. And yeah, you may think you're right and you may think you're doing them a favor, but it's not okay. Like, if they get 20 comments a day about them being fat and unattractive and unhealthy, like, imagine what you're doing to them mentally. So don't hide behind the self-righteous, because that's an Ashley thing. Don't be self-righteous. Be kind and wonderful and awesome. And I don't remember why I started that, but I have a big blue bottle.
I think what we're trying to say while intoxicated is if you just love somebody by encouraging and being a friend, it's like you don't go up to somebody who you just met at the mall and be like, dang, you're fat. I need to help you. Here's a book of recipes on how to make smoothies. It's not the appropriate response. The thing to do is just have a friend who's like, I'm your friend, and we've been friends for like 2 years, and I've really gotten to know you, and you know I have your best interests at heart, and I'm just going to say, man, let's make some changes. Let's help each other out. Let's be a part of each other's lives and help each other make good decisions. And I think that's more welcome, because if I had a friend that was like, Steven, you just talk way too much, and nobody wants to hear it anymore, I'd probably cry a lot. But it would be okay. It would get through it. That's a really bad analogy.
Don't tell Steven he talks too much, because this makes us happy.
There's gotta be something. Anyway, be cool. Horseshoes and Hand Grenades loves you. I promise. We're not gonna preach anymore. I mean, unless Ashley drinks another bottle of wine on episode 400. And
did I read all of that?
No,
No, I didn't.
But it's fine. There's a man with an erection and a lawsuit, and that's basically the same story.
Have erection will sue. Oh, yes! Did you see that shit? That was awesome. Have gun will travel. The only reason I know that is because some like 90-year-old professor told me about it. There was a show called Have gun will travel, and I said have erection will sue, and it's so funny you should laugh.
I'm laughing so hard. Ah! Most of it's fear because I just want you to drink some water and go to bed. That's all.
As far as like Ash.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you
My
so
lips
much
are numb.
for listening to. I wanted to do a shorter show, but just like always, the shorter shows turn into longer ones. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us tonight and listening to us ramble into your ears. We love you very much. If you are curious about any of the things we talked about tonight or learning more for yourself, they'll be in the show notes, including, Ashley, make sure you link it, the interview I discussed earlier. That's really fascinating. I think it's a good read, good listen for everyone.
Yes.
And if you have questions, comments, feedback, or hate mail, send those to hnshow@gmail.com. Don't forget, if you want to send intros, written up intros, this is the show that blah, 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 brings to you blah, blah, in the Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, something, something. I don't know. How do I do intros? Make one. And I'll intro the show in that way.
That would be cool. Peter Palmiotti, your next job is to write an intro for us.
That's it. That's your job, Peter. We know you have other things to do, but that's what you're doing today.
So that's what you're doing tonight.
Love me some Peter Palmiotti. You the best, man. So glad you came to swing by and say hello. But you can call us, leave us voicemails. Be sure to check out the Anchor stuff we're doing. Ashley is being hilarious on Anchor. Her breakfast builds are some of the funniest things I think I've ever listened to. It makes me smile every time I listen to it. You can catch that at anchor.fm/2dorks. You can also download the app on iOS and Android and go in there and favorite the station. We're just found Two Dorks. Search for that, or just go down to the entertainment section there on the front page, and you'll see Two Dorks, which makes me really happy. Thank you, Anchor, for the
yes, Anchor, you're the best.
Download our show wherever you find podcasts. We're on every service now, I'm pretty sure, except Spotify. Follow us on Twitter. I'm Steve H&H. Ashley is Fate Kills, Phate Kills. And you can also follow the Go Lives for the show on Two Dorks TV, so pay attention to that. If you'd like to tip us $1 or $2, help us smile, make us happy, twodorks.net/tip. That's where you do that. Give us $1. Be awesome. We're going to leave you with these words of wisdom from Oscar Wilde. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. Wow, that's like Batman.
Yeah, you like
Once
that?
Batman had a mask, he was like, I'm about to punish some fools. You know, that's good stuff. Y'all are the best. We love you. We'll see you next time on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. DJ Milk Duds, Squints.
Squints. I drank too much, Steven. And it wasn't good, and I just drank it.
I mean, that's what happens. See you later, Kelly Colby. Thank you for swinging by.
Oh my God, it's 11%.
Oh, how many percents did you have then?
The whole bottle.
Oh, you had 11% of a whole thing? No wonder you're drunk as a skunk.
You guys are amazing. Kron, thank you for showing up. Peter, thank you for showing up. Guys, I love you. You're fantastic. I don't think you understand how happy it makes Steven and I when you show up. I don't think you have a clue, but it's just, there's much happy.
There is an awfully large amount of joy that goes into this.